Welcome, Pat. Thanks for joining us today on Who's Penny.
Thank you, Damien. Nice to be here.
Tell us a little about the business that you run.
Yeah, so the business I run is a company called Racket Agency, and we're like a bolt-on marketing management team for our clients. We effectively work with our clients like their marketing department and just bolt onto their business, help them define their strategy, and then help them implement on the other side of that.
And where are you seeing the marketplace at the moment currently?
Yeah. So for us, our marketplace is quite active. There's a lot of activity around businesses that have had to adapt their business to the current situation that they're in, where whichever state they're in or whichever industry they're in. And so a lot of them have done a really good job of rapidly adapting their business, and we've had to step up to the plate and help them then communicate those changes and help them find their new avenues to market and redefine who their customer is.
And you would have created some opportunities through this period of time. I would assume.
Yeah. As I said before, it's actually been quite an active time for us, and it's probably been active in the sense that it's people are wanting to be more short-term focused. So it's more, I've done these things in my business, or this new opportunity is opening up, and now I need to rapidly take that to my customer and take that to the market. So it has actually been quite an active time.
And are you seeing specific opportunities opening up for you at the moment?
Look, there certainly is. I think there's a big focus on what's being termed digital adaptation at the moment. So businesses, and you even see this through the state government grants that are becoming available. There's state government grants around digital training and digital mentorship. There's also state government grants out for functional business adaptation around digital in people's businesses. So for us, that's meant that clients have had to change their business and understand that their presence online can't just be for the sake of it anymore. It's no longer good enough just to have a presence. That presence needs to be ingrained in the business function and return an outcome essentially for our clients, as opposed to being just a brand building piece.
And are you seeing some specific challenges because of the environment that we're in at the moment?
Yeah, it's probably just a matter of, with respect to their marketing, businesses having to play catch up. Like I said before, a lot of businesses have taken on the challenge of adapting and changing, and pivot is the buzzword.
Yeah.
And then quickly on the other side of that, they realize that that's great, but the customer that buys online, or the customer that orders through a different channel that they could previously come into a store or book a meeting with you in face-to-face, that customer might be a different customer now. It might be a different profile, and you might need to communicate and market to them differently. So it's helping them play that catch-up game and redefine who they are and how they need to communicate really quickly.
Yep.
So that they can make best effect of the changes they've made in their business.
And where do you see the future going now? Now with all the changes that have impacted business in this last 6-month period, where do you see our future?
Yeah. So my take on it is, again, another buzzword, the new norm. What I'm seeing is that businesses will have to understand how their former mode of working, when things start to open back up more broadly, how their former mode of working now works in with their new mode of working. So a lot of our clients have opened up new avenues through online and through more direct channels. How does that work when your business could effectively go back to the way it used to work? How do we take the best of both scenarios and make a really strong, high performing system of marketing and going to market?
Like all interviews and catch-ups that I've done with people via video these days, I like to end our discussion with a couple of little quirky questions.
Yeah.
Pat, are you ready for them?
Sure, shoot.
What's a useless talent that you might have?
Useless talent. Well, I did grow up on a grape farm, so I picked up a lot of things that you have to do around a farm that I no longer use anymore living in suburbia. Things like driving a tractor and cincturing grapes and picking grapes and all that kind of stuff.
You,
Um,
you definitely wouldn't be using those in inner city Melbourne.
but one thing I have kept is I am quite adept at reversing a trailer. That's one thing. That's one of my claims to fame.
Very good. And what about what's an old trend that you'd like to come back?
Well, old trendy. Here's one for you. I reckon undercut haircuts.
Undercut haircuts.
Yeah, I had a classic in about year 10 when I was about 16. So
Well, I struggled growing my hair beyond the ages of 16. So a lot of my mates had undercuts, but unfortunately, I didn't have the privilege of doing so thanks, Pat. Really much appreciated for you joining us today, and we'll talk soon.
Pleasure, Damien. Thank you, mate.
Okay, see ya.
Yeah, mate.